everyone, it's Julia. I'm here with your lesson number 2. I hope you weren't overwhelmed by the first one, and I hope that you didn't start doing it and then start having thoughts, um, negative thoughts about doing it, or thinking that whatever you were wishing for was going to end up being catastrophic, so you decided not to continue with your lesson. Don't do that, please. It's not true, and it's not going to help you um, grow. Saying it with love. All right, so here we go. Lesson number 2, we're going to talk about the big ego. What is the big ego? You got all excited. You start writing your intentions and everything, right? You start thinking about how wonderful it would be. And then, of course, your mind changed and you looked at it as being catastrophic, having a terrible ending, scared to get hurt, and you stopped. Look, we all want to have a healthy and fulfilling relationship, okay? A lot of people want to have a family, okay? We want to have an exciting life. We want to travel, right? We want to spend a lot of time with our perfect person. We want to live a very happy and loving life, right? And have a loving relationship. A lot of us have a clear vision. We set our goals, right? And we work really hard to do so. So tell me, why 1 out of 5 adults are in love with somebody else other than their partner? Why do 1 in 2 marriages land up being in a divorce? Why? It's not because people don't want to be in love with their partners, right? It's not because people don't want to have a fulfilling relationship. Of course they do, right? This is where we welcome in the big ego. That's where that comes into play. You want to picture your heart to be pure and perfect, just like it was the moment that you were brought into this world. Right? Right. Your mother, that had you inside of you, had a lot of fear and stress, right? Worries about giving you birth into this world, right? It's very painful, very frightening, right, for a mother to give birth to a child. So you entering into the world was one of the most frightening experiences for you, and I'll tell you why, right? Even though your mom may have not had a difficult pregnancy, but here you are in a cozy place, right? Safe. And you came out in this world to a very cold and harsh place with people pulling and tapping on you and washing you and spanking you so you can start breathing, right? From your mother, away from your mom, right? And it's pretty frightening, pretty painful, and a huge shock. And from that moment, if you think about it, you start placing those bricks around your heart, believe it or not. And, let's even go to separating from your mom or dad to go to your first day of school. Let's talk about being in school and keeping your hand raised up so the teacher picks you, and she never does. Your first love, unless you're married to your sweetheart, but your first love, that's a brick too, right? And some smaller bricks along the way. Like I said, raising your hand in school, your teacher not picking you, you not winning um, the election to be president for your class. I'm just giving you examples right now. Other people laughing at you, pointing a finger at you. Maybe the realization that mom and dad like being or looking at other women. Maybe kids made fun of you for the way you dressed. The huge bricks are like, you know, when you lose a job, when you lose somebody who's very dear to you. All these bricks add up, right? And they build a wall around your heart. And then we reach a certain age that the wall around our heart is so huge, right? That the perfection and the pure heart that we're looking for is so buried underneath. And if we're going to look at it too, the world is flooded with people trying to harm us, and it's our job to protect ourselves, right? And that's the way that the ego works, because we take everything so personally at that point. Sometimes we may listen to our voice, and then sometimes we don't. And our ego is very polite, but it also can be quite manipulative. It's like, okay, well, I ate good today. I ate healthy today. So I don't need to do that tomorrow. Or sometimes you think, oh, my partner should just love me the way I am. I don't have to look like a top model to find true love, right? And your ego is aware of all these buttons that can be pushed in order to convince you of what to do and what not to do. Okay, so please remember your ego is actually yourself debating against you. Every time you start negotiating something, you'll take it off of your schedule. Every time you start participating, every time your head starts pushing you towards or against your healthy development, all the situations that you say to yourself that you could have or should have, is your ego talking. When you wrote down your intentions earlier, it's possible that you start having the following thoughts, right? Like, yes, it's really nice to write these thoughts on the cards and everything, but it's probably nonsense. It's not going to lead anywhere. It's probably better for me to just be alone, not have to take account for my actions, and take care of anybody's wants or wishes, except for my own, right? Could be saying, oh, the idea to live happily ever after with somebody is just a myth. It's like, remember how you felt about your ex, right? Love, passion, going out, dinners, flowers, right? No, they're not for me, you're saying. Okay, so in order to start clearing up what's going on, you got to give a lot of attention to your inner self. Yeah, you can take control of your life. And I promise you that you can do it, but it needs exercise, right? Like I said to you before we started this course, there's going to be a lot of healing and a lot of reflection that you're going to have to do. But you can do it. I know you can. All right? So, I want you to start listening to your inner thoughts, right? And the most important step is in your notepad. Write down the reasons why you think you don't have an amazing relationship full of love and communication. And then write down, and when you do that, you should have at least 15 reasons. This is your assignment, by the way, that I'm talking about. Okay? So, I'll give you an example. Oh, I'm too old. Oh, I'm too poor. Oh, I don't have a good education. Oh, I don't have a good job. You know what I mean? 15 reasons. And then write down why each of the reasons are not true. So once you have all these written down, you can take all these negative things and turn them into positive things, right? And every time you have a negative thought, you should go through what you wrote over the next 10 days, right? And it's important for you to read the list and come up with more reasons disapproving of your ego's negativity. And then for the next few days, I invite you to spend and pay special attention to your thoughts every time that you feel sad, stressed, disappointed, rejected, or just overall overwhelming negative feelings. And then when you have this negative thought, think to yourself, is this really for real? This negative thought that you're having, is it true? So, I think I gave you even more stuff to think about today. Please do the exercise, the assignment, see what you come up with, and take a good look and try to turn those negative thoughts into positive thoughts for yourself. Okay? Because, like I said, you're only arguing with your ego, nothing else. I hope you enjoyed your lesson. Please click on the like button if you liked it. Let me know if it resonates down below for you. Also, I'll be uploading the video on Facebook, so you can leave a comment there. You guys could talk amongst yourselves too about the lesson. Tomorrow, we're going to start lesson 3, which will be about dating detox. All right? You know I love you. If I'm spending the time to do this for you guys better be doing this. Because I don't want to hear it in Super Chat. I really don't. That you're not looking at stuff. Okay? This is only to help you grow and find your perfect one. Sending you much love and many blessings. I'll see you tomorrow for lesson 3. Bye.